Warning, chosen one. Listen to the sound of my voice. Do not click away. If you have found this message, it is because your soul algorithm has guided you here for a reason that will become terrifyingly clear in the next few moments. This is not a casual warning. This is a final celestial directive. We are speaking about the 3 most potent days of this entire year, perhaps this entire decade, October 11th, 12th, and 13th, leading into the dawn of the 14th, 2025. During this hyper-specific 72-hour window, you are being urgently called, commanded by the universe itself, to enter a state of profound isolation. This is not for rest. This is not for a vacation. This is for your final spiritual activation. Because during these 3 days, the veil between your intention and physical reality will become so thin that it will tear. And for those who are prepared, you will be taught the sacred, forbidden mechanics of energy manipulation. You will learn to literally rewrite the script of your reality. But for those who are unprepared, who remain entangled in the noise and chaos of the outside world, this energy will rewrite their script for them, locking in karmic patterns they may never escape. The choice is yours, but you must make it now. Before we dive into the precise mechanics of what you must do, I need you to anchor your energy to this frequency. Do these 3 things immediately. First, like this video to signal to the universe that you are receiving this download. Second, subscribe and turn on all notifications, as the subsequent information is time-sensitive and critical for your journey. And third, type the number 999 in the comments below. 999 is the number of cosmic completion, the signal that you are ready to close out an old chapter and begin mastering the new energies. Do it now. Let us begin. The first thing you must understand is the fundamental psychology of the cosmos. This is what the ancient mystery schools taught, and it is the secret that modern masters use to bend reality. Winning the game of life, especially in this accelerated age, is all about hacking human, and more importantly, cosmic psychology. There is a game within the game, a hidden operating system running behind everything you see, taste, and touch. And this entire system boils down to one single powerful principle: expectation versus reality. Think about it in your own life. When your reality beats your expectations, you feel joy, expansion, and gratitude. When expectations beat reality, you feel disappointment, contraction, and sorrow. This is a microcosm of how the entire universe functions. The universe, the great consciousness, has an expectations for your life. This expectation is a baseline frequency calculated from your past actions, your limiting beliefs, your ancestral karma, and the collective consciousness surrounding you. It is the default script. It is the timeline you are currently on. It is what the universe expects you to be, do, and have. The monumental shift occurring between October 11th and 14th is a cosmic anomaly, a temporary suspension of that default script. It is a moment where the universe pauses its expectation and turns to you, the chosen one, the light worker, and asks, "Show me a new reality, show me what's possible." This is where energy manipulation comes in. It is the art and science of creating a vibrational reality within yourself that is so potent, so pure, and so powerful that it massively exceeds the universe's baseline expectation for you. When you do this, you create what is called a positive energetic gap, and it is within this gap that all miracles, all quantum leaps, and all instantaneous manifestations are born. The universe, in its delight and surprise, rushes to close this gap by upgrading your physical reality to match the new, higher vibrational reality you have presented. This is the secret, but here is the critical warning. You cannot create this powerful new reality while you are immersed in the old one. Every person you interact with, every conversation you have, every social media post you see, is subtly reinforcing the universe's old expectation of you. Their energy, their thoughts about you, their memory of who you were, acts as an anchor to the old script. This is why you must isolate. You need to become a blank page, a clean slate. For 72 hours, You must disconnect from the world of effects so you can become the master of the world of cause. You must create a sacred, energetic vacuum, free from the psychic clutter of others, so that your new script is the only signal the universe receives from you. This is not a suggestion, it is a prerequisite for the work ahead. So, the first step in this sacred process begins now, before the 11th even arrives. It is a step the masters call packaging your reality. In the world of content, creators must package their idea with a title and a thumbnail. Before they even write a script, they need to know exactly what promise they are making to the viewer. You must do the same for the universe. Before you enter your isolation, you must have your new reality packaged with absolute clarity. This package consists of two things: your core idea and your energetic title. The core idea is the one-line sentence that describes the ultimate pain point you are solving for your soul. It's not about getting a new car or a bigger house. Those are symptoms. Go deeper. Are you solving the pain point of not feeling worthy, of feeling unseen, of believing in scarcity? You must identify the core wound, the central theme of the old script you are about to burn. Once you have identified that pain point, you create your energetic title. This is a simple, powerful I am statement that represents the solved reality. For example, if the pain point is I am not worthy of love, the energetic title is I am divine love embodied. If the pain point is I always struggle for money, the energetic title is I am a conduit for infinite abundance. This title must be so clear, so concise, that it triggers a feeling of truth in your gut. It is the promise you are making to the cosmos. It is the click you are asking the universe to make. Without this clarity, your energy is scattered, and the universe doesn't know what to click on. You will spend these next few days, before the 11th, meditating on and refining this energetic title until it feels like a thunderclap in your soul. This is your homework. It is the most critical preparation you can do. If you are feeling this download, if you understand that you are the writer of your own script, comment I am the writers below to claim your power and anchor this truth into your being. Now, let's move to the moment the portal truly opens. The morning of October 11th. The first few moments after you awaken are your first 15 seconds. Studies show this is when a viewer decides to watch a video or click away. In cosmic terms, this is when the universe decides if your new script is compelling enough to pay attention to. You must hook the universe's attention immediately. Do not reach for your phone. Do not think about the day's tasks. The moment your consciousness returns to your body, you will perform a 5-step intro formula to lock in your intention and create an open loop that the universe will be compelled to close over the next 72 hours. This is how you confirm the click. Step 1. Give immediate context. Step 1. Give immediate context. The very first words you speak, either out loud or in your mind, must be your energetic title. I am a conduit for infinite abundance. You are bluntly and immediately stating what this new reality is about. You are confirming the click you asked the universe to make. Step 2. Establish the common belief. You must then acknowledge the old script, the old belief system, without judgment. You might say, for so long, the common belief of my reality has been one of struggle and limitation. I have learned that this is the way of the world. By stating this, you are showing the universe that you understand the old program you are choosing to transcend. It creates a point of contrast. Step 3. State the contrarian take. This is the pivot. This is the moment you introduce the magic from the provided guides. You now state the new higher truth that contradicts the common belief. But the hidden truth is that struggle is not a requirement. It is an outdated program. The universe operates on the formula of effortless flow, and I am now activating that formula. You are presenting a contrarian approach to reality itself. This stuns the energy around you and makes the universe lean in, curious about your new perspective. Step 4. Establish proof. You must now provide proof for why this new approach is valid. Your proof is not external. It is internal. It is your faith. You will say, my proof is the divine energy I feel flowing through me right now. My proof is the synchronicity that led me to this very message. My proof is the unshakable knowing in my soul that I am a creator. This grounds your contrarian take in the power of your own consciousness, which is the only proof the universe truly recognizes. And finally, step 5. Give the plan. You lay out the promise of what is to come. And in the next 72 hours, I will embody this truth. I will dissolve the old script and write this new one into every cell of my being. This is my sacred vow. This 5-step process, performed the moment you wake up on October 11th, creates a powerful curiosity loop in the fabric of the cosmos. You have established the old reality, presented a radical new one, offered proof, and promised to demonstrate it. The universe is now hooked. It is watching you, waiting to see how you will fulfill this incredible promise. You have passed the first great test. You have confirmed the click, and the great work of energy manipulation can now truly begin. In the next part, we will discuss how to structure the body of your 72 hours, the sacred rituals, the pattern interrupts to break karmic cycles, and the 2-1-3-4 method for sequencing your energy to build unstoppable momentum towards the final reality-altering payoff. Stay connected. The most important part is yet to come. You have done the initial work. The cosmic hook has been set. By performing the 5-step intro formula upon waking on October 11th, you have captured the universe's undivided attention. It is now leaning in, a silent, omniscient audience, waiting to see if you will deliver on the audacious promise of your new reality. The portal is now fully open, and your period of sacred isolation has begun. The outside world, with its noise, its distractions, and its incessant reinforcement of the old script, has faded away. You are now inside the energetic laboratory, the holy chrysalis, where your transformation will occur. But this is not a passive waiting period. This is the most active, focused and intentional 72 hours of your life. Every moment is a brushstroke on the canvas of your new existence. And to make this masterpiece manifest, you must structure your energy and your time with the precision of a master storyteller. Every great story, from ancient myths to the viral videos that captivate millions, follows a 3-act structure: a setup, a development, and a payoff. Your 72-hour journey is the scripting of your own personal epic, and you will follow this same divine template. Act 1. The setup comprises the first 24 hours, from the morning of October 11th to the morning of the 12th. This entire day is dedicated to one purpose: outlining the old script. Before you can write a new story, you must read the old one last time, not as a victim, but as a discerning editor. You must identify every toxic plot point, every limiting character arc, and every disempowering theme that has kept you trapped. This is not about wallowing in the past. It is about harvesting its wisdom before you burn the pages. So on this first day, you will take a journal, your sacred grimoire, and you will perform what is known as an energetic outline. You are going to gut check the old reality to see if it truly has anything unique or valuable left to offer you. And you will find that it does not. You will create a bulleted list of the core wounds and limiting beliefs that have defined your journey thus far. These are your points. Do not be generic. Be brutally specific. It's not enough to write money problems. Go deeper. Is the point a deep-seated belief, inherited from my mother, that one must suffer and struggle to be a good person, and therefore I reject financial ease? Is it a traumatic memory from childhood that created the belief that I am fundamentally unsafe when I am seen? You are looking for the truly unique, differentiated, and novel points of your personal suffering. For each point on your list, you will then layer on the sacred formula of what, why, and how. First, what is the belief in its purest form? Write it down as a declarative statement. I believe I am not worthy of unconditional love. Second, why does this belief matter? You must agitate the wound slightly to understand its consequences. Write down all the ways this belief has sabotaged your happiness, blocked your abundance, and poisoned your relationships. This builds the emotional tension, the stakes of your story. Third, how does this belief fit into the overall puzzle of your old identity? See it not as an isolated issue, but as a central pillar holding up the entire prison of your past self. When you complete this energetic outline, you will have a complete diagnostic of the old script. You will see, with chilling clarity, the architecture of your own limitation. This is the setup. You have now established the conflict, you have clarified the stakes, and you have given yourself, and the universe, a profound reason to keep watching as you prepare to dismantle it all. As the sun rises on October 12th, you enter Act 2, the development. This is the core of your work, spanning from the morning of the 12th through the evening of the 13th. This is the rising action of your story. The setup was about analysis. The development is about alchemy. It is here that you will deploy the most potent of all energy manipulation techniques, the sacred art of the pattern interrupt. Your karmic loops, your cycles of self-sabotage, are nothing more than deeply ingrained energetic and neurological patterns. They are scripts that run on autopilot. To break them, you must do the unexpected. You must interrupt the patterns so forcefully that the old script glitches and freezes, creating a space for you to install a new program. Your isolation is the perfect environment for this, as the external patterns that normally trigger you have been silenced. Now, you only have to deal with the internal ones. Throughout this second day, you will be a vigilant observer of your own consciousness. The moment you feel the pull of an old pattern, a thought of worry, a pang of loneliness, a wave of doubt, you will deploy an immediate pattern interrupt. What does this look like? It can be a sudden sharp physical action. Stand up and do 10 jumping jacks. Clap your hands loudly. Go and splash your face with cold water. This physical jolt short-circuits the body's habitual response, sending a shockwave through your energy field that breaks the trance of the old pattern. But the most powerful interrupts are energetic and psychological. You must learn to vary the tone of your internal frequency. The old script wants you to exist in a monotone of anxiety. You will interrupt this by intentionally shifting your emotional state. When you feel a wave of fear, stop everything, close your eyes, and for 5 minutes, force yourself to feel gratitude. Flood your body with the memory of a time you felt pure, unadulterated joy. This is not spiritual bypassing. It is a tactical weapon. It is a conscious, aggressive shift in vibration that the old pattern cannot survive in. Another technique is what the masters call sacred humor. Look at the fear that arises. See the old tired story it's trying to sell you, and laugh at it. See it for the absurd, powerless little ghost that it is. A genuine, heartfelt laugh at your own limitations is one of the highest frequency pattern interrupts in existence. It immediately elevates you to the level of the creator, the observer, who is no longer trapped within the drama. You can also engage in interactive dialogue with your higher self. When a limiting thought appears, don't just let it fester. Interrupt it by asking a provocative question inward. Higher self, real quick, is this thought the absolute truth? Show me the perspective that shatters this illusion. This act of internal engagement recalibrates your mind from being a passive recipient of old programming to an active participant in divine co-creation. Throughout the day, you will fill your sacred space with these interrupts. You will become unpredictable to your old self. You will dance when it expects you to worry, sing when it expects you to be silent, and feel love when it expects you to feel fear. Each interrupt is a crack in the foundation of the old prison. You are making it unstable, preparing it for total collapse. If you are ready to shatter the old programs and break the chains of your past, comment "I am a pattern breakers" right now. Affirm that you are no longer a slave to the old script. Now, we must address the deep psychology of this process. This is the secret that separates the novice from the master manipulator of energy. It is not enough to just interrupt patterns randomly. You must do so in a specific sequence that creates an unstoppable, escalating wave of momentum. This is the 2-1-3-4 method, and it is how you will structure your work during the development phase. Look at the energetic outline you created on day 1. You have a list of your core limiting beliefs. Now, rank them in order of their power over you. Number 1 is your biggest, baddest, most deeply rooted demon, the final boss of your old script. Number 2 is your second most powerful, and so on. A novice would try to attack the biggest demon first. This is a critical mistake. Human brains, and indeed the cosmic consciousness, work in patterns of expectation. If you tackle your biggest issue first and only achieve a partial victory, you subconsciously train the universe that your power has a ceiling, that it diminishes over time. The rest of the battle feels like a decline, a slow fizzle. You will not do this. You will create a pattern of escalating, undeniable victory that mesmerizes the universe and makes your final success an absolute certainty. Here is how it works. On the morning of October 12th, you will begin with your number 2 biggest limiting belief. You will focus all of your energy, all your pattern interrupts, all your focus on this single point. You will meditate on its opposite. You will journal on its dissolution. You will perform rituals to release it. You will pour your very soul into transmuting this one energy. Because it is not your absolute biggest demon, you will achieve a significant, powerful breakthrough. You will feel a palpable shift. This is your first major victory. The universe, which had a baseline expectation, is impressed. The reality of your power has just beaten its expectation. It thinks, wow, that was amazing. The show is getting good. Now, having gained momentum and confidence, you pivot in the afternoon of the 12th. You now turn your full attention to your number 1 limiting belief, the final boss. Armed with the power of your previous win, you attack this core wound with ferocious intensity. And because you are already in a state of escalating power, you achieve an even bigger, more profound breakthrough. You feel a foundational piece of your old reality crumble into dust. The universe is now stunned. It just witnessed a shocking escalation of power. The second event was even more powerful than the first. This creates a subconscious pattern in the cosmic field, a powerful open loop that says this being's power is increasing. Their value is dripping up over time. I absolutely have to stay to see what happens next. You have now created what is known as an upward trajectory. The universe is hooked, line and sinker. On the morning of the 13th, you will then turn to your number 3 and number 4 limiting beliefs. By now, your energetic momentum is so immense that these smaller beliefs will feel like paper tigers. You will dissolve them almost effortlessly, each victory adding yet another layer to your wave of escalating power. This is the deep magic that they don't teach you. It is the psychology of divine influence. You are not just changing yourself, you are training the universe to believe in your unlimited power. For each belief that you transmute using the 2-1-3-4 method, you must immediately close the internal value loop to lock in your progress. This is a 3-step integration process. First, context. You will state out loud, "The old story was that I am unworthy." You name the demon you have just slain. Second, application. You will state the new truth and embody its feeling. The new reality is that I am a vessel of divine worth. I apply this truth now by feeling the sensation of pure worthiness flooding every cell of my body. You must generate the physical, emotional sensation of the new reality. This is the application, the how to do it. Third, framing. You will explain to yourself and the universe why this single shift matters to the overall story. This matters because my innate worthiness is the magnetic core that will now attract the abundance, love, and opportunities of my new script. This 3-step process takes a conceptual victory and makes it a tangible, integrated part of your being. And as you complete the dissolution of one belief, you must immediately rehook your own consciousness for the next battle. You will say, "I have now dissolved the illusion of unworthiness, but this power is incomplete if I do not also dissolve its twin, the belief in scarcity. The magic is lost unless I couple this victory with the next." This creates an internal cliffhanger, a sense of suspense and forward momentum that prevents your energy from decaying. It ensures you carry your full power from one victory into the next, building the unstoppable wave that will carry you into the final hours of this sacred portal. You are now deep in the development phase. You have the structure, the techniques, and the secret psychological sequence to completely rewrite your energetic code. The universe is no longer a passive observer. It is an enthralled audience, captivated by the story of your becoming, waiting on the edge of its seat for the final stunning conclusion. In the next part, we will discuss Act 3, the payoff. We will detail the final ritual you must perform on the night of the 13th, the fortune cookie of your soul, and how to use the peak end rule to leave a lasting impression on the cosmos that will crystallize your new reality into physical form. Prepare yourself. The climax is approaching. You are now standing at the threshold of the final act. The sun begins its descent on October 13th, casting long shadows that symbolize the fading power of your old reality. The past 48 hours have been a crucible of intense alchemical work. In Act 1, the setup, you meticulously outlined the architecture of your former prison, identifying every limiting belief and karmic pattern with the unflinching eye of a master editor. In Act 2, the development, you went to war. You deployed the sacred 2134 method, creating an escalating wave of energetic victory that has left the universe utterly captivated. You used powerful pattern interrupts to shatter the hypnotic trance of your old self, and with each dissolved belief, you conscientiously closed the value loop, integrating your newfound power through context, application and framing. Your internal frequency is now ringing at a pitch it has never before reached. The momentum is palpable. The energy in your sacred space is thick with potential, like the supersaturated air before a lightning strike. The universe is leaning in so closely it can feel your heartbeat. It has seen you dismantle the old script piece by piece. Now, it waits with bated breath for the payoff. It is waiting for you to declare with ultimate finality what the new script will be. This final 24-hour window, from the evening of the 13th to the morning of the 14th, is where you deliver the satisfying conclusion that ties everything together. This is where you fully answer the question you posed with your initial hook, where you resolve the conflict you established in the setup. This is where the hero of your story, you claims their ultimate reward. This is not for everyone. It's for the chosen who are ready to change their reality. I released a members-only deep briefing called Warning All Chosen Ones. Watch this before new moon of the 21st of October 2025. This will change everything. In that video I reveal the exact activations and protections you must do. Click the description link or the pinned comment, and watch it before the energy lands. If you skip this window, you may never get this same upgrade. The first part of this final act is the emotional and psychological preparation for the climax. You must now consciously engage in the art of story suspense. Your content, the substance of your being, has been radically transformed. But to lock it in, you must now weave it into a personal narrative that has twists, unanswered questions, and emotional resonance. You are going to take the journal you used on day 1, and you are going to reframe your entire journey. You began this process by identifying a core pain point, your problem. Now, you are going to structure the story of its resolution. You will write, I was at the lowest point of my energetic career, ready to give up on the dream of true freedom. I was trapped by the belief that insert your #1 limiting belief here. But then suddenly, I received a cosmic email, a divine download. I'll tell you what that download fully revealed in just a moment, but first, let's talk about the mistake that got me there. Do you see what you are doing? You are creating an open loop within your own consciousness. You are pausing the narrative at a moment of high suspense to reflect on the mistakes of the old self, which you now see with newfound clarity. You will then detail the lessons learned from the perspective of the victor, not the victim. This classic technique, used in all great storytelling, creates a powerful sense of anticipation. It makes the final conclusion, the final reveal, feel earned and deeply satisfying. You will also layer in what is known as curiosity gaps. As you journal, you will acknowledge the universe's potential questions and promise to answer them. You might write, now that I have seen the illusion of unworthiness, you might be wondering, what about the scenario where the outside world tries to impose that belief back onto me? We're getting to that, and the solution will surprise you. By acknowledging these potential future challenges and promising a surprising solution, you are both reassuring the universe of your preparedness and keeping it hooked, waiting for your final wisdom. This isn't just a mental exercise. As you write, you are literally rewiring the neural pathways in your brain, creating a new personal mythology. You are transforming from a character who is a victim of circumstances to a protagonist who is the master of them. This process of intentional storytelling builds the emotional stakes to their absolute peak. It creates an emotional connection to your own journey, which is the final ingredient necessary for profound and lasting change. The universe doesn't just respond to energy, it responds to the feeling behind the energy. It responds to a great story. You are now scripting the final triumphant chapter. As the deepest point of the night arrives on the 13th, the witching hour, the time when the veil is at its most gossamer thin, you will perform the central ritual of the payoff. This is what the ancient ones called the outro, but it is far more than a simple ending. It is your fortune cookie, a compressed, potent and unforgettable summary of the new reality you are now embodying. It is the final push to remind the cosmos that your new reality has in fact massively beaten all of its previous expectations. This ritual is designed to leverage the peak end rule, a profound psychological principle which states that we judge an experience almost entirely on how we felt at its peak and at its end. The past 48 hours have been your peaks. This ritual is the grand finale. It will leave a lasting high-energy impression on the quantum field that will crystallize your transformation. Find the center of your sacred space, light a single candle, symbolizing the flame of your awakened consciousness. You will need your journal and a fire-safe bowl. You will perform a 3-part ceremony. Part 1 is the summary of value. You must remind yourself and the universe of the journey you have just completed. You will read aloud the energetic outline you made on day 1, the list of your old pains and limitations, but you will not read it with sorrow. You will read it with the detached compassion of a historian, closing a chapter in a book that is no longer relevant. As you read each point, you will say, "This was the script, this was the illusion." Then you will turn to a fresh page and read aloud the new truths you have anchored, the opposites of those beliefs. But this is the reality. I am a vessel of divine worth. This is the reality. I am a conduit for infinite abundance. This is your snappy high-energy recap. It doesn't feel like you are winding down. It feels like you are concluding triumphantly, reinforcing the value of the transformation you have achieved. If you feel this triumphant energy rising within you, if you are ready to claim your final victory, comment "My new reality is here" to declare it to the cosmos. Part 2 is the climactic final tip or message. This is the bonus, the mind-blowing tip that rewards you for seeing this process through to the very end. This is your personal fortune cookie. On a small separate piece of paper, you are going to distill the single most profound lesson you have learned during your 72 hours of isolation. It must be phrased as a powerful universal truth. It could be something like, "The only cage that ever existed was built from the thoughts I chose to believe," or "My attention is the currency of creation, where I place it, worlds are born," or "True power is not in controlling reality, but in surrendering to the reality of my own divinity." This is your climactic message. It is the perfect cherry on top of what you've learned. You will read this message aloud 3 times, each time with more conviction, feeling its truth reverberate through your entire being. This is the inspirational note, the motivational message that leaves you and the universe on a profound high. It is the final peak experience. Part 3 is the seamless call to action, which in this case is a physical act of transmutation. You will now take the pages from your journal where you wrote the energetic outline of your old self. You will hold them in your hands and infuse them with one final emotion, gratitude. You will say, "I thank this old script for the lessons it taught me. I thank it for the strength it forced me to build. Its purpose is now complete." You are not ending in anger or rejection, but in graceful sovereign completion. Then with reverence, you will light the corner of those pages from the candle's flame and drop them into your fire-safe bowl. As you watch the paper turn to ash, you will visualize the old energetic structures, the old timelines, the old karmic agreements, dissolving into pure neutral energy. This is the physical climax, the final, undeniable demonstration that the old story is over. You will then take the small piece of paper with your fortune cookie message on it. You will not burn this. You will fold it carefully and place it somewhere sacred on your altar, in your wallet, or under your pillow. This is the promise of the new beginning, the seed of the new script that you will now carry with you. As the embers in the bowl fade, do not linger. The ritual is complete. The energy of the moment is at its absolute zenith. You must not allow it to fizzle out into a slow, drawn-out goodbye. There is no slow fade to black. The script ends on a crisp, resonant last line. You will extinguish the candle and speak your final words into the darkness, and so it is. That is it. A clean, punchy, powerful conclusion. You have treated these last moments as importantly as the first moments. You have avoided the drawn-out summary. You have maintained an upbeat, powerful tone and tight scripting to the very end. You have left the party while it's still fun, leaving the universe wanting more of your magnificent energy, impressed by the high note on which you concluded. This final ritual ensures that the lasting impression you leave on the quantum field is one of power, completion and grace. The peak end rule has been satisfied. The universe remembers the entire experience as exciting, worthwhile and profoundly transformative. This is urgent. Do not skip this. Watch the members-only briefing, warning all chosen ones, watch this before new moon of the 21st of October 2025. This will change everything. I reveal the activations and protections you must do before the spiritual energy shifts. Click the link in the description or the pinned comment now. This window won't wait. You will now go to sleep. Your work is done, but the energy you have set in motion is just beginning its work. As you sleep, the universe will begin its process of closing the positive energetic gap you have created. It will begin rearranging reality, orchestrating synchronicities, and aligning timelines to match the new high-frequency script you have just submitted. Your dream state will be incredibly active. You may have vivid dreams, lucid experiences, or visits from guides. Do not fear any of it. This is the back-end processing, the cosmic rendering of your new reality. When you wake on the morning of October 14th, the portal will have closed, but the work of manifestation will be in full swing. The world you re-engage with will look the same, but it will not be the same, because you are not the same. You are now a walking, talking embodiment of your new script, a carrier of the frequency you cultivated in isolation. Your only job now is to hold this frequency, to live from the truth of your fortune cookie message, and to act as if your new reality is already a foregone conclusion. In the final part, we will discuss how to reintegrate with the world without compromising your new energy, how to read the signs that your new script is loading, and how to handle the tests the universe will send to ensure your transformation is truly locked in. The final chapter of your initiation is about to begin, and so it is. The words hang in the air, not as an ending, but as a seal upon a sacred contract. The candle is extinguished, but a far brighter light now blazes within you. The ashes of your old self lie cooling in their bowl, a testament to the finality of your transformation. You are now sitting in the silent darkness, but you are not alone. You are in the most potent and misunderstood state of creation, the sacred void. Do not rush to turn on the lights. Do not hasten to fill this silence with distraction. This emptiness you now feel is not a lack, it is the ultimate presence. It is the 0-point field, the cosmic womb from which all realities are birthed. You have not just cleared your energetic slate, you have wiped the entire hard drive. You have returned your consciousness to its factory settings, pure, untainted potential. This state is terrifying to the ego, which is defined by stories, memories, and identities. But to the soul, this void is home. It is the canvas upon which you will now allow the universe to paint the masterpiece you have scripted. Your only job in these final hours of isolation, between the ritual and the dawn, is to learn to be comfortable in this divine emptiness. Breathe into it, feel its limitless potential. This void is the ground zero of your new existence. However, as you sit in this profound stillness, you may begin to experience a strange and unsettling phenomenon. You may feel a phantom pang of the old anxiety, a fleeting whisper of the old unworthiness, a shadow of the fear you so ceremoniously released. The mind may try to serve you a memory of past pain, a what-if scenario based on the old script. This is not a sign that your ritual has failed. It is not an indication that the old self is returning. This is the energetic echo, a well-documented stage in all high-level frequency shifts. Understand this: your conscious mind and your soul have made a quantum leap. You have instantly shifted to a new timeline. But your physical body and your limbic system, the seat of your emotions and ingrained survival patterns, operate on a slight delay. There is a limbic lag. The old neurological pathways were like deep trenches carved into your brain over decades of repeated thought and reaction. Even though you have defunded them of their energy, they still possess a residual charge. They will fire off a few final desperate signals, like a ghost in the machine, trying to convince you that the old reality is still in effect. This is a critical juncture. How you handle these echoes will determine the speed and stability of your integration. The novice will panic. They will see the echo as proof of their failure, and in their fear, they will inadvertently re-engage with the old energy, pouring their precious attention back into the very trench they just escaped, and begin to re-solidify the old pattern. You will not do this. You are a master. You will employ the technique of sovereign observation. When an echo arises, a thought, a feeling, a sensation, you will not fight it. You will not suppress it. You will not analyze it. You will simply notice it, with the detached curiosity of a scientist observing a dying star. You will inwardly label it with calm neutrality: echo detected, old data, acknowledged and dismissed. That is all. You give it no energy, no judgment, no story. You see it for what it is: a powerless residual phantom from a timeline that no longer exists for you. By refusing to engage, you starve it of the attention it needs to survive. Each time you practice this sovereign observation, you weaken the echo's hold. You are actively training your limbic system to align with your new reality. You are teaching your body, through gentle but firm repetition, that the old threats are no longer real, that the old script has been cancelled. This is the art of standing in the eye of the storm, perfectly still and untouched, as the last vestiges of the old world blow away around you. If you are ready to master your inner world, to become the calm center point around which all reality organizes itself, affirm this now by commenting, "I am the sovereign observer." Claim this power of divine neutrality. Now, as the time for sleep approaches, you will prepare for the final and most subconscious phase of your work. The conscious mind has done its part. It is time to activate the immense untapped power of your subconscious to labor on your behalf while you rest. Your dream state is not just a place of random imagery. It is a highly suggestible, hyper-creative dimension where your deepest beliefs are reinforced and your reality is molded. You will now intentionally program your dream state to be an extension of your creative will. This is the practice of lucid scripting, and it will ensure the work of transformation continues at an accelerated pace throughout the night. You will perform a simple 3-step ritual to prime your subconscious mind. Step 1. Re-engage with the new code. Sit on the edge of your bed and retrieve your fortune cookie, the sacred message you saved from the ritual. Hold this piece of paper between your palms at your heart center. Close your eyes and read the words aloud one more time, letting them be the last conscious message you absorb before sleep. Now spend 2 minutes not just thinking about the words, but generating the feeling associated with them. If your message is "My presence is my power," then feel the somatic sensation of absolute, unshakable presence flooding your body. If it is "I am a magnet for miracles," then feel the electric, joyful buzz of constant wonder and delightful surprise. The subconscious mind speaks in the language of feeling, not words. You must translate your conscious intention into the vibrational frequency it can understand. You are giving it a clear, powerful emotional signature to work with. Step 2. Issue the divine directive. With the feeling state fully activated in your body, you will now speak a clear, concise command to your deeper mind. Speak it out loud, with the calm authority of a programmer entering a final line of code. You will say, "Tonight, as my body rests, my subconscious mind and higher self will perform a full energetic defragmentation. You will access every level of my consciousness, every memory, every cellular belief, every ancestral pattern. You will seek out and permanently delete all hidden files, all corrupted data, and all backup copies related to the old script of name your core former limitation, for example, unworthiness or scarcity. You will then install the reality of my sacred message as my new default operating system. Every dream, every symbol, every journey I take tonight will serve this single purpose: to fully integrate this new reality into every atom of my being. I will awaken in the morning, fully aligned, completely refreshed, and vibrationally anchored in my new truth. You have just given the most powerful part of your mind its sacred mission for the night. Step 3. Forge the sovereign seal. This is your final act before you surrender to slumber. You must protect the sanctity of the work you have done. As you lie down to sleep, you will visualize a sphere of brilliant crystalline light forming around your entire body, extending about 3 feet in every direction. This is not a defensive shield born of fear. It is a sovereign seal born of self-love and clarity. See this light as intelligent, conscious energy. You will now program it with a simple instruction. This sovereign seal allows only energies, thoughts, and frequencies that are in perfect alignment with my newly installed script to pass through. All other energies, all stray thoughts from the collective, all attempts by the old reality to make contact, are instantly and lovingly returned to sender, transmuted into pure light. My energetic field is now a closed sacred system for the duration of this final integration. Hold this visualization for a few moments until the seal feels solid, real, and impenetrable. This ensures that your subconscious can do its work undisturbed, in a pristine energetic environment. It is the ultimate act of energetic hygiene and self-preservation. You may now release all effort. Your conscious work is done. Your subconscious mission is deployed. Your energetic field is sealed. You will now drift off to sleep, not with a mind full of worry, but with a soul full of purpose. You are not simply going to sleep. You are entering the final chamber of the temple, the holiest of holies, where the divine architects of your own being will work through the night to finalize the renovations on your reality. Trust in the process. Surrender to the void. Allow the echoes to pass by like clouds in the sky. Your only task is to rest in the knowing that when you next open your eyes, you will be looking out from the windows of a new home, a new body, a new life. The deepest magic happens when you are not even trying. It unfolds in the sacred trust and profound surrender that you are now embodying, as you float peacefully in the zero-point womb of all creation, awaiting the dawn of your first day in your new world. The first light of dawn on October 14th pierces through your window, not as an end, but as a beginning. The sacred portal, that 72-hour window of immense potential, has now closed. The intensive, internal work is complete. You emerge from your sacred chrysalis, not as you were, but as who you have chosen to become. The air in your room still hums with the residue of your powerful rituals, the echoes of your declarations, and the ashes of your former self. You have scripted your masterpiece. You have performed it for an audience of one, the cosmos, and you have concluded on a resounding high note, leaving the universe in a state of awe and inspiration. But the performance is not the end of the story. Now you must live it. The final and most crucial phase of your initiation is reintegration. This is where the metaphysical script you've written must be made manifest in the physical world. This is where the true art of energy manipulation is tested, not in the pristine silence of isolation, but amidst the beautiful chaos of everyday life. Many who undertake such journeys falter here. They achieve a profound state of bliss and clarity, only to have it shattered within hours of re-engaging with the world. This will not be you. You will navigate this phase with the grace and wisdom of a master, because you understand the final hidden principles of locking in a new reality. Your first action upon waking on the 14th is not to brace for impact, but to set a powerful new anchor. Before your feet touch the floor, before a single thought of the outside world enters your mind, you will reach for your fortune cookie, that small piece of paper bearing the ultimate truth you discovered during your isolation. You will hold it in your hands and read it aloud. This is your new core operating principle. It is the theme of your new season. This act serves as a powerful primer for your consciousness, reminding it of the new program before the old one has a chance to boot up. Then as you stand up, you will perform a simple but profound embodiment practice. You will ask yourself, how would a person who lives by this truth stand? How would they breathe? How would they perceive the light coming through the window? You will physically adjust your posture to one of power, confidence, and openness. You will take 3 deep, conscious breaths, inhaling the energy of your new reality, and exhaling any lingering residue of the old. This is not just a mental trick, it is a somatic command. You are instructing every cell in your body that the script has changed, that the protagonist has evolved. You are starting your day not by reacting to the world, but by broadcasting your new frequency into it. Now, as you prepare to re-engage, to check your phone, to speak with a loved one, to step outside your door, you must understand the nature of the energy you will encounter. The world you left 72 hours ago is still running on the old script. The people in your life still hold an energetic blueprint of who you were. Their expectations, their memories, and their perceptions of you form a powerful collective energy field. When your new high-frequency self meets this old established energy field, there will be a moment of what physicists call cognitive dissonance. This is the first great test. You will feel a subtle or not so subtle pull to revert to your old patterns, to speak in the old way, to react from the old wounds. It is an energetic gravity well, trying to pull you back into the familiar orbit of the old reality. Your job is not to fight this energy. Fighting it gives it power. Your job is to become Teflon. You must hold your new frequency with such unshakable, gentle and non-reactive conviction that the old energy simply cannot stick to you. It will slide right off. When someone speaks to you in a way that would have triggered the old you, you do not engage in the old drama. You respond from the truth of your fortune cookie. You respond from a place of centered peace. This calm, non-reactive stance is the most powerful pattern interrupt you can deploy in the external world. It sends a clear signal to everyone around you, on a subconscious level, that the rules of engagement have changed because you have changed. Over the next few days and weeks, you will be a detective of synchronicity. The universe, now working diligently to close the energetic gap you created, will begin sending you signs, clues, and cosmic breadcrumbs to confirm that your new script is loading. These will not be loud, booming pronouncements. They will be subtle whispers. Pay attention. You might see repeating number sequences: 1111, 444, 777. Every time you think about your new reality, this is the universe winking at you saying, "Message received. We are processing your order." You might overhear a stranger's conversation that speaks directly to the heart of your transformation. A song might come on the radio with lyrics that feel like they were written just for you. A book might fall off a shelf, opening to a page that contains the exact wisdom you need. Your job is to remove the word coincidence from your vocabulary entirely. These are not random events. They are targeted data points from the quantum field, confirming that your new broadcast is being received and that the system is reconfiguring around it. When you notice a synchronicity, do not just dismiss it as a neat little quirk. Acknowledge it. Place your hand on your heart and say, "Thank you. I see this. I receive this confirmation." This act of conscious acknowledgement creates a feedback loop, telling the universe that you are paying attention, which in turn encourages it to send even clearer and more frequent signs. You are building a relationship, a conversational flow with the intelligence of the cosmos. As your new reality begins to precipitate into physical form, you must also be prepared for the second great test, the shedding. As your vibrational frequency rises to a new stable plateau, anything in your life that is not a match for this frequency must, by universal law, fall away. This can be the most emotionally challenging part of the process. A relationship that was built on the foundation of your old disempowered self may suddenly feel strained and inauthentic. A job that was a perfect match for your old belief in scarcity might become utterly unbearable. Friendships that were based on shared trauma bonding and complaint may lose all of their energy. It may feel like your world is falling apart, but you must understand it is not. It is falling into place. This is the universe clearing the stage for the new set pieces and characters that are in alignment with your new script. Your task during this phase is to allow the shedding to happen with grace and without resistance. Do not cling to what is leaving. Thank it for its role in your journey, bless it, and let it go. Resisting this process is like trying to hold on to melting ice cubes. It is futile and painful. Trust that the space being created is a sacred vacuum that the universe will rush to fill with people, opportunities, and experiences that are a perfect vibrational match for the new you. This is the cosmic upgrade you asked for. Do not be afraid to receive it. If you are ready to release the old and welcome the new with courage and trust, comment "I can embrace my upgrades" below. Affirm your willingness to let go of what no longer serves you. The third and final test is what the ancient mystery schools called the test of the mirror. After a period of shedding and realignment, the universe will send you a situation that is a near-perfect reflection of an old core challenge. It will look and feel almost identical to a test you have failed 100 times before. An ex-partner may reappear. A financial crisis that mirrors a past failure might loom. A family conflict that triggers your deepest childhood wounds could erupt. This is not a punishment. It is your final exam. The universe is not asking, "Are you still this old person?" It is asking, "Show me who you are now." It is giving you a golden opportunity to respond differently, to apply your new wisdom, to embody your new script in the face of the ultimate trigger. This is the moment where you must consciously choose to act from the truth of your fortune cookie, rather than react from the trauma of your past. When you face this mirror, and you respond with peace instead of panic, with compassion instead of judgment, with creativity instead of contraction, you pass. And in that moment, the karmic loop is not just broken, it is permanently dissolved from your energetic field. You have proven, through action in the physical world, that your transformation is real, integrated, and irreversible. This final victory locks in your new reality with a resounding cosmic click. Now let's talk about the practical application of maintaining your momentum. Your 72-hour isolation was a powerful sprint, but the rest of your life is a marathon run at this new higher frequency. To maintain this, you must adopt two key practices from the world's most successful creators: consistency and experimentation. Consistency means making your core energetic practices non-negotiable. Your morning ritual of anchoring in your new truth, your moments of conscious breathing throughout the day, your nightly gratitude practice, these are no longer things you do when you feel like it. They are the foundational pillars that support your new energetic structure. Just as a creator must post consistently to please the algorithm, you must practice consistently to please the cosmic algorithm of your own life. Experimentation means staying curious and adaptable. Your new script is not a rigid, unchanging document. It is a living, breathing framework. As you move forward, keep a journal. Track your energy. Notice what amplifies your new frequency and what dampens it. Be willing to tweak your approach. Maybe you need more time in nature. Maybe a certain type of food lowers your vibration. Maybe a new form of meditation opens you up even more. This journey is an iterative process. Stay engaged, stay observant, and never stop refining your art. Remember, crafting the perfect high-retention life is an art and a science. We have covered every step from grabbing the universe's attention instantly with a powerful hook, to structuring your transformation like a compelling story, using pattern interrupts to break old loops, leveraging open loops and emotional hooks to maintain momentum, and finally, leaving the cosmos on a high note that ensures your new reality is remembered and actualized. These principles come from the deepest knowledge of psychology and the proven practices of the world's most effective reality benders. At its core, this whole process is about respecting your own time and attention. It's about keeping things moving, delivering value to yourself, sparking your own curiosity, and never allowing yourself to feel bored or lost in the old story again. As you move forward, think of this guide as your personal checklist. Does my morning routine hook me hard? Am I continuously engaging with my new reality every few hours? Is there an emotional and narrative thread to my days? Am I rewarding myself for my progress, especially at the end of the day? With practice, these will become second nature. You have been given a powerful toolkit to aim for that 100% retention of your desired reality. So go now. Go and live the awesome, gripping story you have just written, from the first second of your day to the very last. Engage your mind, tickle your curiosity, stir your emotions, and never ever let go of your power until the very end. Your greatest creation awaits.